Hello, hello. We've got Schnola and Wubto here. How's it going, both of you? Oh, let's get that turned down a little bit. Make sure that's not blowing your eardrums out. I believe we have a Twitch viewer with us as well. Ah, we do. And Matater Tot 13. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Let's get this music changed up here. That way that's not just repeating the whole time. There we go. Say hi to WC. I'm gonna sit up here so I don't look so damn small in the camera there. Alright, we had ring power that we got to collect right away. Get some levels here. We got 3 levels. Excellent. I'll just throw those right over here. 1 point away. Excellent. Pablo, how's it going? Welcome back. My Twitch is the same as my YouTube. I try and keep things simple. Just AJ McGamer. I had been trying the Twitch thing out while after the beta ended. I went over there and was playing a few games until launch. But the game launched sooner than I expected, to be honest. So I came back over here, and I hadn't been back over to Twitch since. But I noticed there were still some people following the channel, so I thought, why not? I'll figure out how to get this multi-stream thing rocking and see if I can't just stream to both at the same time. Lady C, how's it going? Welcome back. How is your progress going? I know the last time we spoke, it seemed like it was going pretty well. Hey, there we go, the Nightbot. I slapped him around behind the scenes there a little bit. And he knows what he's talking about now. You can go ahead and click that Discord link. He is no longer a liar. Don't worry, I didn't actually slap him around. That'd be like robot abuse or something. Pablo, you're not as good as you would like. That's no good. Hopefully that'll change for you. Oh, you're at war with Angmar. Ouch. That is no fun. They can be quite aggressive. That's for sure. Why did... Nightbot's going crazy, though. Why is he popping stuff up all the time? Those aren't supposed to come up back to back. Crazy fudger. Still don't completely know what I'm doing with the friggin' Nightbot thing. But I'm trying. But the AI, where the heck are some AI here? So the big thing is that the Legionnaires, the Chieftains, I believe, the Overseers, I think Tribesmen are another one. Those are the higher level commanders that are going to give you issues when you're fighting AI. Things like the Scouts and the Grunts, they're pretty easy to take down. So in the betas, when we were going at AI, we found focusing on the bigger guys and just kind of ignoring the small guys was a better tactic. Seemed to get things done a little bit quicker. Jason Fennell, how's it going? Welcome back. Man, PvP on server 20 has been crazy. I haven't checked it. I don't think I've spoken to anyone from server 20 other than you. one of the things I've actually been thinking about trying to get going is like an interview segment, just like a short little interview segment during the streams. Find people from other servers like yourself, Jason, with interesting stories, whether that be PvP or Lady C with her, war with Angmar. I'd just be interested in updating people on how other servers are going, talking to people about their thoughts on the state of the game, how their personal progress is going, fellowship, warband progress, all that kind of fun stuff. So, if there's anyone that would be interested in joining me on the stream for, 10, 15 minutes, chat for a little bit, maybe we can get that arranged. Alright, so I got some people out in the field. I just collected my ring power. Now what the hell do I got? A free chest? Let's get the free chest here. Ooh, a purple axe. Angmar is such a pain. Oh, Wubto, on your server, Angmar is not AI. The Fallen definitely seems like a good unit for Angmar. And the fact that Agzok and Ugthak are your two starting commanders if you choose Angmar, that may have won me over. Pop a mint in my mouth there. Throat's already getting dry. Jesus, people are out there claiming these structures. Awesome. I'll take the gold. Free gold. Hey, and look at that. In 5 minutes, my first 1,000 marshals will be done. That is excellent. What do we want to upgrade? Kind of want to get our bonites, don't we? So we need this up 2 more levels. We need a level 6 elven quarters. Let's get that started then. And we just used the stone that we need for that. Fine then. Let's get ourselves some stone somehow. Spend ourselves some money, so we can make all that right back. Yeah, bad day with your Isengard account. The faction is pretty much dead now. Ouch! That is sad to hear, Pablo. You're on server 42. 3 of the most powerful factions piled on you at the same time. Oh god. Jason Fennel took minus Morgul, with Mordor have around 115 players defending. Nice. Main hall 10 for Lady C. Round of applause. Congrats. That is always a milestone moment. Those T4s are close. No, congratulations, Fennel, if you guys took minus Morgul. Oh, me. Yes, I had main hall. I was impatient with it, and I sped it up as well as the Marshall stables. So that was a lot of gems. But I sped both of those up, I think, this morning, because I wanted my Marshalls for tonight. Go Marshalls. So you guys will get to see the first attack with the Marshalls. That was... If it wasn't 1,000 gems or more, it was pretty damn close. Because I think the Marshall stables from like the start was 846 gems. Yeah, I don't know if there's any way I can. It was a lot. It was a lot. Let's say that. I mean, an uncomfortable amount. Cody, welcome back. How's it going, my man? We got 2 of the patrons in the chat here. Give it up for Cody and Lady C. Thank you very much. Should probably increase my market. That's probably a good call. It doesn't cost too much. Only gonna take 3 hours. By the end of the stream, that'll be done. And that'll be worth it. Alright, so we've got Dúnedains. We've got some Cavaliers. We do not have enough Bow Knights. Let's get some more Bow Knights. Let's get... We could get a whole 2,000 Cavaliers as well. And then we can't get any Sharpshooters. Screw it. That'll be good. Matater Tot. In my tier list video, it wasn't exactly clear, but for Grima, which tree should I start in? Wormtongue or second in command? To be honest, Matater Tot, going down either is a great choice. If you go down the Wormtongue route, then you're basically making Grima more effective in combat. Whereas if you go down the second in command tree, you're going to make the troops more effective in combat. So I think for me personally, because you don't get your tier 3 troops right away, I generally go with the Wormtongue tree. But neither is a bad option. Cody. It is going much better in Isengard. I am much better at taking 200 tiles. That is very good to hear, Cody. I am very glad to hear you're taking your 200s now. Have you started mock battling on them yet? Yeah, no problem, Tater Tot. Grats on getting Grima. He is an effective commander. Oh, look at that. He gave me an extra 150 marshals. Okay. Huzzah! Main tasks complete. No more chapters for me. At AJ McGamer, I'm playing as Angmar and have the Fallen unlocked, but the stats on the special troop from Linden seem so much better. The Linden, they're the new kind of March Warden. Yeah, they are pretty decent. I'm pretty sure they do, you know, just like the March Wardens, they do a pretty decent damage. I'm not checking the, it seems like everybody chatting is from YouTube, so I'm not ignoring anyone from Twitch. But yeah, the tier 4 Linden unit is kind of like a new March Warden, and they do deal a pretty high amount of damage. But they can be taken out. Really, the snipers from Isengard, they prioritize ranged units, and they have a extra defense against melee. So taking them alongside the Fallen, and then having one other unit in there to protect them, probably mountain trolls, would be a pretty good composition in my opinion. Pablo, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if I was ever on a server that saw a faction lose all of their territories. I think they always had at least one. Cody, for sure. My Exoc is strong enough that the top players on my server won't start a keep fight without ensuring that he is ready to go. Awesome, Cody. Good to hear, buddy. Werner, it is the same as my YouTube here, AJ McGamer. I try and keep things nice and simple. Anxious Rhino, how's it going? Welcome back. Alright, so we're going to want to pull Theoden back. Because he wants some marshals. That's for damn sure. And I think I want to get more marshals on the go. Werner, you can't take over their base, but you can reduce it to 0 hit points, at which point it will relocate to a random location in a territory that they own. And you will receive a portion of the resources that they had built up. Whoa, what happened here? Oh god. There we go. Not a problem, Werner. Well, thank you very much for the follow. Reposition mean speed, sorry. Yeah, it just means move speed into a fort specifically. So if I come up here and ruins here, they count as forts. So if I go to move one of my commanders in here, you're gonna see speed plus 102%. And that is because I've got that 1 point into quick order, giving me the plus 2%. If I choose just a normal tile, you'll notice that I don't have any, well, I can't get there anyway. But on normal tiles, you wouldn't have that speed bonus. But that applies, like I said, only to moving into forts because, and the reason it's called reposition speed is because they're moving into a fort used to be its own function called reposition. There's actually a video that I've got on my channel that explains the whole reposition function in detail. And that video became, or that part of that video became useless pretty much the next day when they released an update that removed reposition. That was fun. John Cower, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining the stream. What should be the biggest focus for building power? You want to get your main hall to level 10 as fast as you can. Getting this to 10 allows you to get your tier 4 unit. And in order to get this to level 10, you end up needing your conscription post and your barracks. To get those, you need your grain and your ore, I believe. So you can kind of see by looking here where at least I prioritized my upgrades. Well, thank you very much for joining, John. I appreciate you popping in. Hopefully I can clear some stuff up for you. Is this what you were talking about for building power? Is like where you should focus your upgrades? Okay, yeah, so as I said, you can kind of see here where I put my focus, you know, mainly into the conscription post and the barracks in order to get the main hall up. The way I basically do it was always checking my main hall to see what it needed for the next upgrade, and then just upgrading that. And generally that was the barracks, and so I would look at that and it was just like this, where I would need a conscription post. And so I'd look, and I can upgrade the conscription post, so I would do that. Once that was done, I would upgrade the barracks. Once that was done, I would upgrade the main hall. If I clicked on conscription post and needed anything to do to upgrade that, I would go ahead and get those upgrades done. And then if there was a secondary queue that I needed to fill up, as you can see here, my military academy is something I prioritized because it inflates your command points. So your commanders can take more troops into battle than their level would suggest. And then the other thing is making sure that you're leveling up your, whatever it is that your base units take to recruit. Make sure you're upgrading that, as well as all of your unit buildings, so that you can get your tier 3 and tier 4 units as soon as possible. Once you start getting some of that, as you can see, I started delving into some of my elven units just so I could get my cavalry archers for the giant slayer. And then I did open up my dwarven units. I haven't really invested much into them. And then I haven't even really touched the Gondorians yet. And I don't know if I will very much, because I've already got the Dúnedains. Yes, Cody is correct. Defense is very important. That's why I prioritize abilities like the second in command tree that has discipline, as well as what is it for Aragorn? Aragorn here has, yeah, Dúnedain Chieftain. That increases the defense for the entire army. I really like any abilities like this. Boromir, I'm not, have I gone with it? No, but usually I do go with the air tree just because I like stacking abilities and I like defense. But I wanted to go a different route with Boromir this time, even though I'm not really focusing on him at all. Wubto, I really like the Dúnedains. Funny enough, that's something I was actually going to chat about tonight at one point, was just the fact that for some reason I seem to be seeing a lot of hate for the Dúnedains lately. And I don't understand why. I really don't. They're one of the best units that the good faction has. So, if we come take a look at them, they deal a decent amount of damage. Like, that's an average amount of damage. Their speed is really high for a unit that's on foot. They have a moderate defense, a moderate defense and a moderate HP. They even do 15 siege damage, which isn't terrible. But then they take less damage from ranged units, and ranged units are always the ones that do the most damage generally. I say always and then generally. But then Bullseye gives them extra damage, and they prioritize ranged units. And this is the part that's key. Just about every composition you're going to go against has some sort of ranged unit because they deal so much damage. And so if you have something that can prioritize them and deal extra damage, as well as take less damage from said unit, then as long as you have a way of protecting them and doing damage to the other units in the composition, then these things are great. Like I said, when I was playing Gondor, Swan Knights, Dúnedains, and Bow Knights, or Swan Knights, Dúnedains, and Cavaliers, were great compositions for just about anything I ran into. And I just heard an alert go off, but where is my alert box? I didn't see what it was. Well, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that, Rab. As well as I didn't see that one. Where was it? Velka Polka. Thank you very much for the follow. Whoop. Alright. Theoden's got almost 10 minutes. Who do we have out in the field? She's doing pretty good. Oh, she's up here. Okay. What do we have up here? Sir Frederick, eh? I thought we were attacking this tonight, but maybe not. Send her over and get a fort built. Like I said, Wubto, if you don't have Swan Knights, which are the ideal kind of composition with Gondor, they can really make use of the Dúnedains effectively. Otherwise, some sort of mounted unit that is up front with them. So probably Cavaliers would be the best option. If you're going against a lot of mounted units yourself, then you would probably want something like Guard of the Tower to go against the mounted units. Cataphracts can even be a good option as well if you're not having to counter mounted units. Just because they have such high defense, they're going to soak a lot of damage. Yeah, that's a good option. Cataphracts, Bow Knights, and Dúnedains. Like I said, the Cataphracts and Cavaliers, you can swap them out as you want to, if you want to. But there's nothing wrong with... Yeah, if you find that you're wanting to pump out extra damage. It applies to PvE as well. Just anytime you want to put out a bit more damage, you can go with the Cavaliers. Good morning, Shnola. Welcome back. Quick question from Cody about 2 T4 units. First is, how do you beat Dwarf T4? Second is, should Isengard even use theirs? So, to the second question, Cody, yes, Isengard should definitely use the Snagathrax. They deal a ton of damage. Like, a ton of damage. The ability that they have that it's kind of weird when you read it, where it says that they deal damage to a unit and then increase the next damage dealt. That damage increase applies to the Snagathrax, not to the unit that they damage. So yeah, it some people, myself included, thought it worked the other way around, because that's kind of how it sounds when you read it. But like I said, the damage bonus actually applies to the Snagathrax, not to the unit it damages. To the first part of the question, I would suggest Crushers would probably be one of the best ways to counter the Dwarven T4s, just because they have the damage or the defense debuff. And so having that would probably, it would probably be your best chance at reducing their defense enough to get a bunch of damage in. And then maybe pairing them with probably Reapers. Although Reapers would go after the other target until they were dead. Alchemists maybe, because they deal such high burn damage, and some of that burn damage may get through the physical defense of the Iron Warriors. Tyler Curves, I did not see your question there. I'm not sure where exactly it's gone now. I am multi-streaming tonight to both Twitch and YouTube. If I don't get to your question is this it? On my server is Mordor. We've basically completely demolished Gondor. We have Minas Tirith, and they only own one region. What happens when we take that region? I don't exactly know, Tyler Curves. I hope that was the question you were talking about. Like I said, I don't think I've ever been on a server that a faction's actually lost every single region. I don't know if that's been from mercy or just the ability to fight back and keep that last one. But it's kind of like, by logic, the way I think about it, if they don't own any regions and people start getting zeroed, like their settlements start getting taken out, they're going to have to spawn somewhere. And actually, if I recall, I think I got zeroed at one point in the last beta and spawned in what would have been my territory, but it was actually owned by the elves. And that wasn't really fun, because I basically spawned with a bunch of elves right beside me. So that was your question? Okay. But to anyone else, if I don't happen to get to your question live on stream, I do try my best, but as the audience grows, as more questions and comments start flying in, it is harder to keep up. But if you do want to have a chance at, or if you do want to guarantee that your questions get answered, you can hop over to Patreon and join on up and get some questions answered every month, get some commanders reviewed, get a live stream a month for the patrons, get access to the VIP room in the Discord, early access to some videos, all that fun jazz, all the bonus content that Patreon comes with. Gideon Lim, welcome back. Pablo, I've asked in the official Discord, and they told me the other faction can still play and try to retake their territories. Excellent. That does make sense to me. Just before it leaves here, I do see that Ninja Lick Dusk has asked, is Arwen a good commander to level? Yes, she is. She's a very good healing commander. So I don't have her leveled up quite enough yet. She's still only at level 21. But if you get her even early at Respect 1, you can take the Undamiel tree, Elven Blessing, and then the reason this only has 1 point into it is because these both go off on the same round, and you don't really want to overheal. There is a maximum that you can heal each round, and so I take this with 1 point into it just to get the debuff being removed. If you don't get her to any higher respect than this, you can then go into Lady of Rivendell. River's Wrath does give a stun. It does focus damage to all enemies, which is affected by the focus stat. And then Surge deals focus damage as well, modified by the focus stat. But if you do get her to higher respect levels, as you can see here, Queen of the Reunited Kingdom just reduces the damage that all of your allied units take during combat. And then she gets another really big heal at round 8, modified by the focus stat here. And then Nobility can increase the damage dealt by men. I think there's even another heal here. No, this one isn't a heal. I don't know why they use that picture for it. So this one, yeah, this tree, I don't actually... Although this can be good. Coalition can be good. Ugluk, if I remember correctly from the beta, he's okay, but he wasn't great. He wasn't anything that anyone was writing home about type thing, Tyler, unfortunately. But he can be okay. He can be alright. I think he's got some of the similar trees to Lurtz, considering he's an Urukai. And Chicken Hawk, is it worth it to kill the bosses? It can be if you get a group of people to kill the boss, because you don't get the great rewards unless the boss dies. I'm at my fort limit. Well, that's no good. Fine, I'll do that later then. You freaking go home. Risker15, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I believe this is your first time joining us. How is Kiroon? He is a crazy pain in the ass. He's got a lot of heals and a lot of stuns. And that combination is just no fun. And hey, that rhymed. I believe he also gets tribal tactics at respect 5 as an offshoot, which allows his evil men units to attack twice. So yeah, Karoon can be a real bugger. Blaze Chai, I don't think I said hi to you. Thank you very much for joining once again. I did see you pop in there a little while ago. Meant to say hi, but been firing off the questions. I keep sliding down in this chair. Having some iced tea tonight. Wubto, how does Eomer compare to Eowyn and Theoden? He's pretty good. He's got the Rohirrim. They all have the Rohirrim tree, which is kind of their default skill tree to take. And then he gets Marshal of the Mark, which deals physical damage and then increases his speed. That speed increase will then affect Rohirrim. He also gets Discipline up here, which we've talked about before, and then Swing. And then over here he gets the Arid Leader that Theoden gets at respect 3. So he gets a chance of healing his mounted units every round at max. Flanking, which prioritizes ranged units. And then mounted combat, which on hit, his mounted units deal additional damage. At least there's a chance that they do. So yeah, he can be just as good as both Theoden and Eowyn. She's just easier to get to respect 5 early on. And out of these two, as tier 2 commanders, Theoden is just better because he gets Arid Leader at respect 3. And then he also gets Horsemaster. As you can see, I haven't even gone into any secondary skills with Theoden because these are just so good. I want this going off every round. I wanted these increases, and this is just, like I said, kind of default. Alright, you gotta go home. Oh, wait, did you need to go home? Because what are we gonna do with you and Theoden? We're gonna do something. We are definitely gonna do something. Let's see here. Let's figure this out. Marshals. Hell yeah. Cavaliers. Hell yeah. Cavalry archers. Hell yeah. Now that is what I like to see for a Theoden right there. Come at me, bro. Who are my main commanders? So right now my mains are Eowyn, Theoden, and I think every now and then I'll bring Haldir I bring him with these two, just in case they need a third commander to back them up. And then I was mock battling Galadriel like crazy. That's why she's up to 38. But last night I actually pulled, well, didn't like pull from an invitation. I hard unlocked Mr. Aragorn, King of Men. So I decided, you know what? Somebody else wants that 230 tile for mock battling. Where is it actually? Yeah, that one right there. Or is this one closer? This one's closer. Let's go with this one. Because, whoa, insufficient grain, my ass. Alright. I said we were going to do Red Book progress. I may hate the Red Book, but it's worth doing. I got to do it. What am I doing right now? The market, because I want to get some grain. Whoop. Sure. Sure. Looks good to me. That'll be enough for a mock battle. Alright, try this again, Aragorn. 14. Fuck you. Pardon my French there, but like, 14. That's just unacceptable. Things aren't cooperating. Oh, it just went over into the wrong damn thing, that's why. That's why you gotta pay attention to the damn stuff that you're clicking. Because I didn't mean to put that wood over into iron. That was supposed to go into grain. Now, that looks much better. In the commander skill tree, it sometimes says self and sometimes says commanders. What is the difference? Exoc skill tree, it says both. As far as as far as I've always understood, they mean the exact same thing. They're synonymous, really. I've never understood how there could be a difference. One applies to themselves, and the other one applies to the commander, which is themselves. So the only thing I can see is maybe they had planned on allowing multiple commanders to team up, and you know, that would have differentiated whether or not the thing applied to themselves or any of the commanders at random. But again, I can't guarantee that that's the case, just because it doesn't totally make sense to me either. But as far as I've read in the battle reports, and you can check this yourself, anything that says self applies to that commander. Like even that commander with Exoc. You can go into the battle reports, and the thing that says self should apply to Exoc, as well as the thing that says commander should also be applying to Exoc. Schnola, if you can log into server 95, so it would be best to see what we've already taken. Oh, which keeps should you take if you are an elf faction? Everyone on server 95 listens to me when I say which keeps we will take next, but I no longer know which keeps would be best to take. Oh, well, that's awesome to know that you're like the voice of leadership on server 95 there, Schnola. I'll tell you what, when I come back from the break, we'll be taking our break here shortly. When I come back from that, I'll hop over to server 95. Hopefully they haven't wiped my account, because I haven't been over there in a while. If I have to start a new one, I'll start a new one though. Yeah, I'll pop over to server 95 and say hi. See what's going on over there. Jared T, hello and welcome to the stream. The consensus is that the tips skill tree is trash. Do you think a fair buff would be adding a % bonus to respect rewards for tavern quests? A 40 instead of 30 reward would be nice. I'm not part of that consensus, Jared. I think the tip skill tree is fine for certain commanders because there are always commanders that you're not going to have on the front line. And it's actually great to be able to complete tips in a faster time. And having one commander that counts as 2 is extremely beneficial on certain tips. So I'm probably not a great person to ask on that just because I don't actually agree with the consensus. I do think though that like the respect rewards for tavern tips just needs to be increased in general. It takes way too long to accumulate respect for a commander doing tips, especially tier 3 commanders when you're only getting 60 respect at a time. That's just no fun. Some commanders deal damage specifically to other commanders. What's the use if other commanders can't die? Those generally, as far as I remember, most of those don't do damage as much as they apply some sort of debuff. But the commanders themselves very well could be. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense because we don't see any kind of HP stat on our commanders. Yeah, the only reason that commander HP would matter is because this bar here represents the kind of combined HP of your army. And so any damage that's done is depleting that bar, and that combines all of your troops. And like I said, maybe there's a hidden stat that for commander HP that they don't show us, but I don't believe so. Let's just take a look here. Because again, if you check battle reports, I don't know if you'll ever see a report where a commander actually attacks another commander. Theoden attacks, cave troll. Even troops. I believe they always hit other troops. Anything that hits another commander should only be debuffs. Theoden attacks, cave troll. Theoden attacks, cave troll. Theoden attacks cave troll. Doesn't look like Theoden liked those cave trolls. Hey, attack the mountain trolls. Attack the mountain trolls. Attack the cave trolls again. Attack the mountain trolls. Cave trolls. And mountain trolls. So yeah, like I said, if you actually read those skills, there's probably something in there that applies a debuff of some sort to the commander, and then the damage would actually be dealt to the troops. Blaze Chai, though, that's why they've capped the refreshes of the tavern tips to 2 a day. Yeah, no problem, Jared. So Schnola, where is it here? Yeah, you need to complete the season 6 objective in order for structures to start producing power. So check your season objectives, and if you haven't completed number 6 yet, then you still need to get that done before you're able to get the power from it. Why? Okay, you can take less of these because you can take more of these. There we go. That looks better. Actually, 1250. There we go. All right. So we need to find ourselves, I don't know, at 230, 260 maybe. Ooh, that'd be something. Ooh, 84,000. Ouch. That'd be pushing it. That would be pushing it. I'm willing to go for a 230 if I can find one. I am definitely willing to try a 230. But a 260? Oof. I don't know if I'm there yet. Definitely not a 300. That's just silly. Oh, come on. What do we got? What's this? 230. Here we go. We're just going to send Mr. Theoden right away. So he's going to take 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Yeah, shut up, Mr. Tooltip. I don't care. Mr. King Dead. You did challenge me to have a horse on stream, and guess what? I do not. I failed the challenge. I was trying to think if I could get like a helmet with like a ponytail or something. You know, bare minimum. Do you know how hard it is to find a horse in like 5 hours? I was on the phone to every horse dealer I could think of, and that's not many. I'll say that. But I mean, I need more notice than that, man. But welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could join. We're sending Theoden and his horsies, because he's got marshals now. We're sending him and Eowyn at this sexy 230 right here. Because we need more grain. More grain. Yeah, Freddy Krueger. All right. Thank you very much. I'm glad you'll allow it. Whoa. Oh my god, King Dead is hosting. Oh, I didn't change that one because I didn't expect anyone to actually host me. So I didn't change that alert, making me look like a noob here, King. But thank you for that. That's awesome. Hello to anyone from King's channel checking me out. Takes 3 whole armies to clear 1 200. It can. It very well can. I had, what was it earlier? I actually had a pretty bad 200 myself. Oh no, it was a 230 that I went after before. I had to go at it with all 4 peoples. That was no fun. So I got my ass kicked by this guy a little bit. She finally won. Then got her ass kicked a little bit. And then Haldir finally came in and was like, all right, enough of this nonsense. Everybody's dying. But that one hurt. I needed to recover after that. Mr. Cody, how important is Moria for Isengard? Sorry for always asking faction-specific questions. No need to apologize, Cody, especially since you're a patron. I think you've earned that privilege. I've been looking at the map and don't really see how Eisen wins without it. Really? I mean, Isengard's got a lot of options. They can... But because players having control of Isengard is still so new, I don't really know how important it is. I can see that it's going to be a main kind of battleground between the elves and Isengard, though, because elves are generally the ones to take control of it. But yeah, I don't know if Isengard necessarily. I guess if they had an active Gondor faction spreading this way, then yeah, it becomes more crucial to secure that. But if Isengard has the opportunity to spread south at all, then I don't know how crucial it is. Oh, more for getting to the ring. Ah, that is a very good question. Probably pretty crucial. Because if you can take Moria, then you get access to these tunnels. Yeah, sorry about that. I totally misunderstood that. But you get access to those tunnels, which I believe come all the way around to here. And then that you can come out here and get a path down to Dol Guldur. But Isengard does have the option, if they can get through Rohan, which, you know, it's not easy for them on this server. But they do have the option of getting through the gap of Rohan and just marching up through here to get to the ring. So it's not their only option, but yeah, Moria is definitely a good option. Like I said, especially if I'm correct. And these tunnels do connect right down here. Yeah, you can see the dotted lines. Is it... Okay, so there's that one there. Yeah, this one here. And it leads right there. And yeah, we're out onto Gladden Fields. So it's probably pretty crucial in that sense, Cody. Very good point. It doesn't like win the server, no. It just gives the faction that takes it the Dominator title. The server keeps going at that point, but occupying Dol Guldur is a requirement for the Dominator title, as well as the Challenger title. And those give you more points at the end of the season that you're able to spend in the store. So that's the main reason people are going for the ring, is for those season end titles. So Wubto, there's the seasons are expected to last about 2 to 3 months, at the end of which time 2 servers that have completed all of their season objectives will merge into a new server that starts all the way back from the beginning. All progress is reset to 0, so your power is reset, you're reset to 0 tiles. You keep any commanders that you have unlocked, you keep their respect levels, you keep any gear that you've obtained. You can actually see all of this information right here when in the after the season section. Your commander, equipment, items that don't have a season mark. Your friends will be retained, created groups, but the map, all land tiles, resources, your ring, structures, unit types, and fellowship will all be reset. And we will all get to choose our faction again every season. So it's supposed to keep the game fresh. It's supposed to, from our understanding, prevent the game from getting to that point where everybody's got all the best stuff. You know, there are clear winners and they're just kind of stomping everybody. It'll get to that point where just everybody gets reset. And like I said, with servers merging, you're going to see two of those groups possibly meet each other and hopefully be on the opposite teams and have to fight each other. But like I said, it'll shake things up, keep things interesting, at least in my opinion. I'm quite excited for Season 2. Yeah, I think as seasons progress, newer players are going to have a harder and harder time, I think. So hopefully the merged servers will get more populated by veteran players to avoid that issue. All right, let's see how everybody did here. Whew, 225,000 soldier damage. 89,000 of that was from the marshals, and 88,000 from the friggin' cavaliers. I will take it. And whoop, that's not the one I wanted. That was the one I wanted. Yeah, 150,000 damage for her. That's not too bad. How the hell did the Cavaliers actually do more damage to trolls than cavalry archers did? That's crazy. And he didn't kill those trolls. Fine then. Well, they'll take it. They will definitely take it. When a commander has a skill plus siege damage, so if it's a commander, where's one here? Who's, here we go, Hirgorn. So as you can see here, Hirgorn had siege at the base level with siege +1. I've got it increased to 4, so that's giving him siege +4. That means that each unit in his army is getting 4 points added to their siege stat. So if we, there we go, we got the thingamajig. So if we come into our units here and take a look at, say, the marshals, they deal 25 siege damage. So if I were to put marshals on Hirgorn, they would actually do 29 siege damage instead of 25. These guys need an upgrade. There we go. False Prodigy, how's it going? Just had a quick question. How is it you have 196 tile slots? That is because I've been making sure to upgrade my dominance ability whenever I can. And I also made sure to fly through my main tasks, both of which increase your tile limit. I remember when you were at 176 the other day, we both were on the same chapter, quests, and ring level, and you still had 10 more tile slots than me. Am I missing something? As I said, it's just the dominance, chapters. I can't think of anything else that would be providing me tile slots, Prodigy. King Dead. The more than likely will add a catch-up system so new players can get the basic heroes faster. That would be a great system to add. Definitely. Yeah, not a problem, Prodigy. Yeah, that is odd. I'm not sure. As far as I can remember, you don't get any tile slots from the red book. The only places you get tile slots from are your dominance ability and your scroll chapters. Yeah, double check your ring level and make sure you've got your dominance leveled up as much as it can be. Yes, it definitely does, Blaze. I'm gonna have to get some red book done tonight. I gotta catch up, man. I haven't, I don't think I've done it the past 2 days, to be honest. Actually, since I got to, what is it, Fangorn Skirmish, the last one you saw me get to. I just haven't touched it. It's like, nope, I don't like that one. Don't want to do it. Alright, we're gonna pull these guys off. Took almost everything they had, but they got it done. Victory. Guides in Discord, thank you very much, Mr. Blaze. Do you lose less troops when you defend a tile compared to attacking an enemy tile in a war? If you've got certain commanders with certain skills, Matthias, yes. There are certain commanders that have bonuses only when a commander is defending. The one I can think of off the top of my head here is Denethor. Yeah, so Fortify, as you can see here. While defending, allied units' physical damage received minus 2.5%. So as you increase that, I believe that goes up to about 15 or 20% at max. But that only applies when defending, not when attacking. I swear we were both within the same 10 ring levels for the dominance points, and you had just completed the chapter quest before I had, but somehow I was at 166. I cry many times. Sorry, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I feel kind of bad. I wish I could explain it more for you. Because it doesn't tell you where you're getting your tiles from when you look at your breakdown. It just shows you all your tiles. You'll get there. You'll get there. Alright, so we still got Haldir up here, and he's got a bunch of troops on him as well. What does he have? He's got some bearmen and some sharpshooters. We got Arwen down here. We got Galadriel. And I mean, if we're mocking Aragorn, we might as well start using Galadriel. We can also start sweeping some of these level 25s. Because now that we've got some decently leveled mobs on the map, as well as a stockpile of commanders just sitting around doing nothing, wanting some experience, this is about the time I start looking around for, as I said, kind of max level mobs. So right now, level 25, I believe, is the max. If I can't find any of them, I'll go at level 20s. They're good enough. But it's a good way to get some of the lower level comms, like I said, that you've got just sitting around if you're starting to stockpile them. It's a good way to get them some experience. You can get some grain, you can get some speed ups. If you defeat max level mobs, there's a special tip that you get that there's a chance of it dropping. And yeah, all right, level 20. We'll go with this guy. We're gonna pin you for now. Make sure we've got somebody that can kick the crap out of you. No, we're gonna go with Gandalf. We want to get Gandalf up there too. But we can't friggin' mock battle everybody. We can't mock battle everyone and have friggin' horses going and doing all the other fun jazz. It's just too much. So we'll get experience this way. Sweepy sweepy with a brick. Talk to you later, Blaze. Thank you very much for joining. Ninjalik, are you asking about like how much, like a T3 commander? Too much. I wasn't lucky enough to get any of the invitations, so I had to spend a ton of gems on Matham chests. And in the course of doing that, I was able to hard unlock both Galadriel, and last night I was able to get Aragorn, King of Men. But it did cost a silly amount over the course of 2 betas to get that gem refund. Not something I suggest other people doing. You will be able to get T3s over time as you play. I was asked to show the ring tree. So my ring tree, I always start with control. I like the max ability points. Getting this to 30 allows your ability points to refresh faster. And that's because you get your ability point cap over a 24-hour period. So if you're refreshing 30 over 24 hours, you get those 30 faster than you would if you were getting 20 over 24 hours. Once I get that maxed out, the experience commander gain is next. And then coming down into this tree, as you can see, I went, I think I actually went efficiency first to reduce the stamina cost, rationing next to reduce the grain cost, and now I'm increasing the XP gain by 10%. Once I get that done, actually I did also increase the stamina after I got, I believe that was after I got the rationing done. I increased my stamina. Then I came back down here to start doing the growth. Once I get that done, I'm going to increase physical power, dexterity, and then I'll probably come down here for abundant force. Although I am going to have to start putting some points into battle lines to increase my fort limit. Because I was just told earlier that I am at my fort limit. Everything, King. Indeed. It cost everything. It cost my soul. Well, good luck to you, Ninjalik. If you put any of that into Matham chests, then I do wish you luck. Hopefully you get some good invites. Michael L is back in the chat with us. How's it going, Michael? Glad to see you back. Would have preferred literally any other T3, but you're not complaining. Why? You got a T3? Did I miss that? What T3 did you get? Parker Sproul, I don't know how often new servers come out. Last I checked, we were at 177 servers. And that's crazy to me. So, they could almost be coming out daily as far as I know. It may have gone through, Michael. I just, I may not have seen it. Oh, there we go. I randomly got a Dane invitation 2 days ago. Wow. No, Dane's a pretty good commander though, man. He can be pretty strong. So Felix, 2 to 3 months is about how long they expect seasons to last, from what we hear. Alright, we got Gandalf coming down here doing this. We're gonna heal up those units that we lost. Speed this up. What do we got here? We can give you only 800 of them now? That's no good. That's just no good. We gotta stockpile some of them. We need more. It's just too good. Yeah, I do get what you're saying, Michael. I mean, I probably would have felt the same. Like I said, he's good. But yeah, there are definitely better T3s that you could get. Alright, yeah, I guess that's as good as he's gonna get for now. Alright. Who else do we want to send out? Let's check out Galadriel. You're not limited to mounted units to be good. That's close enough. 50 and 52. Awesome. Got some Matham coins here. We'll take our half price one. And then that one. Oh, what do we got? A thingy. Huzzah for thingies. Hey, we almost got Gandalf at Respect 1. Cool. What do we got here? Gold. We're gonna send you out. And we'll send you out to go get your own respect. He doesn't respect himself enough. We will send you, and we'll send you. And we'll send you. Now we'll send you. And who else? You. Sure, you're not. No. Oh, no, no. You guys are going to be busy. Ah, there we go. There's going to be a boost for him. And then there we go. They count as 2 commanders, so we only need to send 2 commanders. I am playing on server 1, Wubto. Cody. Because Agzok is the one doing the damage, I'm not seeing a reason to have weaker units on the field. Oh, sorry. There we go. Agzok question. My archers always seem to die fast and don't deal more damage than melee units. Is a triple melee comp ever used? Wargs, pikes, crushers, maybe. Yeah, Cody. Early game, that's actually not a terrible idea. Like I said, the archers are probably going to be vulnerable to dying. Once you unlock the Isengard snipers, they are a great ranged unit to include with Agzok because they prioritize ranged units themselves, but they also have a higher defense against melee units specifically. Ah, crap, I didn't want to send her out. But until then, yeah, there's no reason you can't go a triple melee comp with Agzok. Alright. I don't have any speed ups. That's... God damn, not cooperative. Fellowship. Store. Speed up. Thank you. Take one of these. Take some of these. I mean, while we're buying all our stuff, we'll go buy all our stuff. We're gonna buy one of these. And this, this, and this. And whoop. 3.5 hours of production boost activated. Excellent. Not recruiting. Going to tips. Galadriel's getting sped up. Ooh, a blue thingamajig. I don't need a blue thingamajig. Alright. So there we go. Didn't mean to speed her up. Where are we going to get a tile? Because these two can go after a tile. I wonder if we could go after a spring. I don't really want to be perfectly honest. And just a nice 200. That'd be fine. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. Just a nice 200. Let's see what Galadriel does though. I'm using snipers, but they are still dying by the 100 compared to dozens of the melees. Well, then, you know, that's where you get to make that call. If you feel like Agzok is performing better with an all melee composition, then go for it. You know, something like, I'm thinking, because you're Isengard, so Snagathrax with Crushers and Berserkers. I mean, that would just be an absolute insane amount of damage. You could maybe throw Mountain Trolls in there if you want to try and direct some of the damage for the first 3 rounds. But yeah, Snagathrax would be a pretty good addition in there. With your, like I said, Crushers to reduce the defense. Tyler Curves asking about Prestige. That's bragging rights for now. I've never seen a store. That's not the Prestige. This is the Prestige. I've never seen a store or anything that you can spend Prestige on. I've never seen a leaderboard. So yeah, it's, as far as I know, just bragging rights. Mr. King with the eyes just lurking. You at work there, King? Don't be getting caught. Hey, Gandalf kicked the crap out of these guys. Handily. Like, super handily. Alright, we're gonna send, we got what, 7.5 or 8 minutes for her. He's gonna be 4 minutes. Jesus, he's fast. Is 38k prestige a lot for right now? Server 18? I don't really know. You know, different factions are active different amounts for PvP right now. Why do I keep going over there? And it kind of depends on where you are, what you've been doing. As you can see, like me, I'm only at 2,500 prestige because I've never gotten to any of the outskirts, any of our borders where we're actually like fighting. I've just been taking tiles kind of in our inner land, whereas people on the located on the borders, they generally get higher prestige. Oh, cool, Tyler. I didn't, let's see here. No. Yeah, I've never seen an event like that. But if they're bringing it in, that'd be cool. Oh, I can get a Matham coin. Gotta strengthen some pieces of gear. Alright, we can do that. I think, though, while we're waiting on... What's her name here? Actually, you know what? We're just gonna send Theoden. He can hit it first. I don't care. Galadriel will get her hit in. We're gonna send our comms over here. Get this 200. I am going to go get myself another drink. Take a quick little break. I know, King, I know. Don't you start with me. And we'll be back. We're going to do some Red Book when we get back. And as well, we're going to hop over to server 95. See if my account's still active over there. Say hi to Schnola, see what's going on. And if it's not, we'll just start a new account and say hi to Schnola, see what's going on. So once again, I shall return. That was for Ring Power. Ah, Ring Power, that makes more sense. Alright, we got her queued up here, ready to go, because we're a pro. And transition. mission. We're back. And look at that, just in time to see us take that tile. Excellent. Oh, you're decorating with the family. Ah. Well, there you go. That works. Family time's nice. Getting ready for Halloween. Xandercraft, how's it going, my man? We got 2 other fearless pioneers here with us. As far as I know, that's all we've got. Maybe we've got more. Well, welcome to the stream, Xander. Glad you can join us. Just took ourselves a 200 with Theoden and Galadriel here. Let's see how Galadriel did. Oh, she got herself a victory. Oh, against 10 friggin' trolls. Yeah, that's right. Because Theoden would have got there first. Another really good battle for him. 215 grand. 60,000 out of the marshals. 102 out of the cav archers. That doesn't surprise me against all trolls. But then her second fight, how does she do here? Whoa, there we go. 107,000 commander damage from Galadriel. Indeed. Thank you very much, Crown Weatherby. I'm definitely going to give him credit where credit's due. I had my Galadriel set up differently, and I spoke to him about it because I knew he had a pretty kick-ass Galadriel at the end of the beta, and he mentioned about going the damage build up here. It definitely seems to have paid off. Like I said, 107,000 damage out of her compared to his 22,000. I will take it. So is 230 the standard tile for me to take now? If I'm going for like the most challenging tile that I can reasonably take, yeah. If I want to go for a bit of an easier time and I don't want to take as heavy like losses that are as heavy, then I go for the 200s. But yeah, if I have the troops for it, then I should be going after 230s now. Cody, just an idea. Would like to see you talk about some of the purple/legendary items. I got a sword called Reckoning and it seems kinda OP. Wonder how many legends there are. So Cody, I actually earlier today, before the stream, I did record some footage and already got started editing a little bit on a gear video. I don't specifically talk about like the abilities attached to each piece of gear, because if you start looking at the pieces of gear, you're gonna notice that there aren't actually a ton of abilities. Most of them do carry over from one to another, and there's actually a list here that shows you which special effects each piece of gear can have. You can also see what the maximum effect will be if you get it refined all the way. And like I said, that applies for each piece. You can come over and see what effects it's possible for it to spawn with. I believe the same thing can be said for the purple ones. Yeah. And so if you just read over these, you'll start to see that flay, is common amongst these kind of weapons. And once you start to learn what those abilities do, it's pretty easy to start to remember which ones you like on which commanders. I do talk about kind of the stats here. The main point that I focus on in my gear video that I'm going to put out is strengthening and refining. It's a system that some people are unclear about, and I find it's really the key to making the most out of your gear and your commanders. As you can see here, I was able to take a purple piece of gear and make it pretty insane for Theoden. Even blue gear. I don't know if I think I dismantled all my blue gear. But even blue gear, because it can be strengthened, blue gear can a lot of the times be better than purple or legendary gear, just because you're able to get it up to 3 stars. And then purple gear a lot of the times is going to be stronger than legendary gear, again, just because it's easier to strengthen and refine it. As the seasons progress and people unlock more things, that's going to change. But for now, oh, there you go. That's why you tune in. Learn those little tidbits. Yeah, it does make it easier to just come over, check out what is possible to actually spawn on each piece of gear. Armor is the same thing. It lists the different abilities that are possible. And so, like, for me, Gallant is one of my favorites. Gallant and Guard, I think, are the two that I really like to see on pieces of gear like this. If I'm going to get scale mail, those are the two I want to see. Hunter's Skin. I think, what is it? Thrill? No, not, yeah. No, not Thrill to Hunt. Ranged Vigor and Guard on this one as well were the two that I kind of like to see. I just really like defense. I'll admit that. I love anything that increases defense. You're hoarding your legs and thinking about using them to strengthen, but you don't legs. Do we have legs? Oh, your legendaries. That's what I'm gonna guess. It can be worth it if you've got a certain commander that you really want, like, you know, personally, I've already put 3 golds into this to get it up here. I would love to get some more of these to be able to refine it. So yeah, you know, somebody like him, I would have no problem in investing legendaries into. Yeah, no, I got there. Lady C. Took me a minute, but I caught up. But yeah, that's a tough decision, I find. Whether you want to hoard them, you know, whether you want to put them on a commander, it can be tough. It can definitely be tough making that decision. All right, Haldir, what are we going to have you do? You're just standing here doing nothing. I don't like having commanders just standing there doing nothing if they're all trooped up, ready to go. We got some 9s. We got a 200 here, as well as here. Okay, we need somebody to come and join you. That's what we need. That's what we need. Alright, heal up. Michael L. Another GOTC player that swapped over. So that was some lingo from GOTC, eh? Legs. Current fellowship, we're all got C mains. T11 range for sale. S7. I think I'm out of the loop on that one. Wait, what am I doing? Not speeding this up like a fool. There we go. Much better. Alright, Tavern. Actually, we gotta strip Galadriel first, don't we? Where is she? Jesus, you're slow. I got a bunch of speed ups. Let's use one of those. Alright, get rid of you. So you got almost 1,000 cav archers that Theoden wants. Yeah, that's alright. I'd like more marshals, but we're still working away. Alright, Mr. Theoden, you get on up here. You join forces with Haldir. And you guys are going to take at least some 200s. I don't want to take the crazy losses the 230s are going to give. And 260s are just a no-go right now. Unless I want to throw absolutely everything I've got at one. And I don't really want to do that, so I think we will stick to the 200. And possibly a second one. We'll see how it goes. Ah. Nice legendary axe for your Dane. There you go. Why is he confused about Mordor mountain trolls? Oh, okay. He was asking for mountain trolls. I got it. Here, let me go take a look at Dane while we're waiting on. Oh, we got a point to put into Theoden. Give me a minute. There we go. We'll get this up to 10. Only 5 more levels. Awesome. All right, let's go check out Mr. Dane. Dane brings the pain. He has Ironfoot. Yeah, he's got a chance to stun. And deals damage. Open wounds, got a 2-round heal block, which is always nice. Vengeance, just deals high damage from round 5 onwards. Just increases the damage dealt for all Dwarven units when you get this to max. So this is definitely the first one that you want to max if you do end up leveling him up at all. I would definitely say you go this first. Here's one of those while defending, all allied units gain damage reduction. Alright, so you're going to want to max Lord of the Iron Hills and Dwarven Leader in my opinion. This is going to reduce their damage and increase the damage they deal. And then at that point you can probably go into Ironfoot and max it as well as both of these. If you do increase his respect level, then Durin's Blood is an obvious inclusion with Whirlwind and All In. And if you manage to get him all the way to respect 5, King Under the Mountain, Longbeard, and detect weakness can also be very good. But these only apply to the commanders, so these, like, these you would basically pair with the Durin's blood tree. Although I don't know if they would. Yeah, I don't even think they would apply with that, so you'd probably pair the Ironfoot tree with the King Under the Mountain tree, but that's far down the line. As I said, personally, I would say focus on this tree, Lord of the Iron Hills here, with Dwarven Leader. Get those to max. This one's okay, but you're probably going to use him to attack more than you defend with. So once you max these two, probably go up here. And then, yeah, just focus on his might and his speed, it looks like. Although his focus is his secondary stat there, he gets a speed buff here. He's not doing anything that is modified by focus or speed, so it doesn't really matter. But I would still suggest speed, just because that is the dwarves' kind of Achilles heel. They're just so damn slow. We'll just pass that off, because I totally misread that. Which one do I think is better, AJ? Did I answer the question in my little rant there? Is that what you were asking about? Was his skills? Because like I said, I believe... Where was it there? Yeah, Lord of the Iron Hills, I believe, is the better one to invest in early out of those two. Alright, we gotta accept some help there. Give some help. We got him going all the way up here, so he's gonna take... How long was that? 11 minutes. 12 minutes. Alright. We'll do some red book while we're waiting. Or wait, while we're waiting on that. Yeah, no, we'll do the red book, and we'll finish off by going over and saying hi to Shnola. And then make sure we save enough tile to finish off on a 200. Enough time to finish off on a 200. The axe is in Discord. Alright. I gotta pop over. Oh, well, thank you very much for that follow. Sorry if I'm not addressing the Twitch chat there. Thank you very much for joining us in the stream there, Twitch chat. This is the first time I'm doing the multi-stream thing, so feel free to say hi. Any questions about the game, feel free to ask. I will make sure to be... Oh, Blood Raven. This does not look like Lord of the Rings Online. I do apologize for that. They don't have Rise to War in the Twitch games selection. So, unfortunately, all of us Rise to War streamers are having to make do with what we can on Twitch. Hopefully they'll get their stuff together soon, and we'll be able to get the accurate representation out there. So we've got some mounted units here. Who do we want to send? Yeah, we're just going to send Ugluk or Grishnak? That's Grishnak. Not Ugluk. Dawson Kaiser, how's it going? Hey, well, thank you very much for that follow. I do appreciate it. Do I know if later levels of the Red Book will give any T3 commander items, or does it always stay T2? I believe there are T3 gifts near the end of the Red Book. I can't guarantee that, though. Alright. So who do we got here? Got some more melee. We got some range there, so we're going to want the snipers in that fight. Got some snipers there. Alright, so we're going to go down here with Grishnak. Sorry there, Blaze Chai. I'm not following your strat right now. Ah, well, thank you very much, Michael L. I appreciate that follow. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to figure out a different setup for the chat. Because the Twitch chat, I've got it on like pop-out mode type thing right now. Maybe I can do it this way. Okay, so I got that. But now I need to like adjust the thing so that the YouTube chat pops out on the other side. Oh, do we got it? Hey, I think we got it. There we go. All right, this is gonna work. But now I don't have the activity feed. I have to check on that if something pops up. But I got both chats going now. Twitch on the left, YouTube on the right. I can keep up with everybody. Alright. We're going to send... This is Uglook, that's right. We're going to send you down here. Take out these archers first. Because the snipers prioritize ranged units. This should be a pretty easy fight. It was pretty easy regardless. 2 units versus 1 unit type. I mean, Bloodraven D over there in Twitch chat. I know it doesn't look like Lord of the Rings Online, but I mean, technically, it is a Lord of the Rings game that is played online. So, I mean, I don't know if that counts. But hey, it's not completely false advertising. Hey, look at that. He got this fight too. Them snipers, man, they do the job. Alright, we got snipers over here. And then we got... Oh boy. That's right. He's got marshals. That's no fun. So, what do we have here for Grishnak? He's got 1,400 crushers left. He's got 984 and 2,500 of them. Alright, let's... I know what we're going to do. We're going to try... this. This may backfire. Nope, alright. Cool. Got that fight taken care of. Now we're going to send them down here. Yeah, planned on that. Because now we're going to send you guys to finish them. Ooh, maybe not finish them off. That didn't work as well. Address us. I am addressing you, King. Hello. Did I ever look at your axes? God damn it. Thank you for reminding me, Michael L. I got too many things that I'm trying to do here. Alright. Michael L sent me some pictures of his axes. Oh, and Michael L., thank you for providing that Google Doc on the status effects. That was quite helpful. So Matic of the Iron Hills with Dominate, or Hammer of Moria with Dominate. Hammer of Moria, for sure. It's going to give more might. It's going to give a pretty crazy defense bonus to your dwarves. And they both have Dominate, so that is the same. But yeah, I would definitely suggest the Hammer of Moria as your weapon there out of those two. Oh, I see. It looks there. It's a bit of a small... It's small on the screen here, but I think we're up to 4 viewers on Twitch. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. We're trying out that multi-stream thing tonight. Figured out a way to get the chat working a little bit better here so I can address both parties now. Not a problem, Michael L. And so, if you're not planning on keeping that Matic of the Iron Hills, you might be able to use that to strengthen the Moria's Hammer and actually increase the might and defense bonus that it's going to provide. Ah, there you go. You have it as Rise to War on Twitch? How'd you get it as Rise to War there, King? I was able to get it on the beta as Rise to War for a little bit, but then all of a sudden it got removed. Have they finally added it? If so, I'll change it for Wednesday. But I mean, like I said, it's a Lord of the Rings game that's played online. It's not completely false advertising. Although it feels like a sin to get rid of a legendary item. It really does, but when you realize that that's the only way you can strengthen another legendary item, you know, it makes it a little easier. You can justify it a little bit better that way. You're doing what you have to make one commander better. But yeah, King, share your wisdom. How do you have it as how do you have it set as Rise to War? I was trying earlier. I was really trying. No, I don't think we want to use... Yeah, we definitely don't want to use those guys against those guys. We're going to send the trees in. They can just squash these guys. Squish. Squishy squish. Alrighty. Next. Marching along. Doing our red book thing. So to anyone here that has not met King Dead here in the chat yet, King Dead is another content creator for the game. He was actually streaming live on Twitch earlier today. I was in his chat, having a good old time. He's another pretty knowledgeable guy. I don't know, you can't always trust him. He can be a bit of a shifty character. But generally you can count on his advice. He doesn't steer people the wrong way. I just like razzing him. So if you're looking for another channel to check out, go take a look at him on Twitch. Check him out when he's live sometime. I believe he's got a YouTube channel as well. I think that's still fairly new, is it not, King? Sorry, I'm my War of Mordor. You have it as Shadow of War. There you go. That makes sense. Yeah, I know some people are using Lord of the Rings Online. Some people are using, I think some are using Battle for Middle-earth. Yeah, we're using what we have to. We're making it work. Oh God, they died. They died horrible deaths. But it auto to rise? Oh, yeah, your chat. Like that, yeah, gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, so I was so busy, like, just having a casual little conversation in chat here, I wasn't explaining any of that. So, I hope nobody was hoping for a bit of a guide through that chapter of the Red Book. If you were, I hope you were able to follow along. If not, I'm sure you can catch it in the VOD afterwards. But I know Blaze Chai has it on the Discord. So, what is it here? How do I do the thing? If somebody does the whole exclamation point Discord thing, I think, I tried to get it all set up. If you do the exclamation point Discord thing, I think it'll put a link to the Discord in chat. So, if anyone here is not in the Discord yet, you can go ahead and do that. That'll pop up the link, you can join in. And I know Blaze Chai is our resident Red Book guide. Anytime he clears a chapter, he sends his insights into the channel to help us all out. And he hasn't steered us wrong yet, so. This is the reason that the Red Book is helpful. Later on, you start getting some pretty massive rewards from it. So who do we got coming up here? We got archers. Yeah, we're just going to send Gimli right at him. Charge! Go get him. Can I do the thing with the thing? I can probably do the thing with the thing, can I? If I come over here and I do this and get to a place where I can actually do the chat stuff, which way do we want to go? Going against more archers. Going against some wargs. Yeah, I think we're just going to go against the archers. I can go like this and do this. Will it work? Doesn't look like it's working. Well, poo. Alright. Oh, hey, it works. Just takes them a minute. So there we go. Awesome. So like I said, anyone that's not on the Discord yet, you can go ahead and click that link. Feel free to join. Some good company over there. You can always chat in the general. Oh, Gimli got his ass kicked. Oh no. Like I said, we got guides going up, channel updates. All that fun jazz. Who are we gonna send? Ghostbusters. Go get him. Ah, Michael L. tells us the most recent Red Book gave 260,000 RSS for each category. So that's something to keep note of, though, because some of these later Red Book chapters can give such high resource rewards. You want to make sure that the rewards are not going to put you over your cap. Or you will be wasting some. Actually, I guess I could just leave this over on multi-stream chat, because I can't chat in the OBS thing anyway. So the fact that this chat is read-only isn't really a hindrance. Ah, crap, what just happened here? Why is this? Ah! Well, that's no good. Is OBS all like, ah, that's not good. Using a TV as a second monitor can have its downsides, that's for sure. This friggin' screen is not big enough for the stuff and the things. And now I can't move. Now I can't move the thing. We got it where we need to be, though, I think. I can still transition and stuff. All right. We can still get stuff done. We'll send some Cavaliers. These dudes. And we're going to queue these guys up because we're probably going to need them. Can we just send them too? Yeah, we can. You used to have to send people one at a time in this, so I'm still used to doing that. I'm sure we'll get it. We got enough commanders to kill this guy. What, are you having a lightning storm there, King Dead? We got clear skies here. Here is their leader. Gimli, you're dead. Shut up. And Legolas. There we go. He got it. Cool beans. So where am I at now for resources? Oh. Well, look at that. We took Emmenmuil Keep. I didn't even know that was happening today. I was told this was happening on the weekend, and then apparently we were all gathering up here to take this. But since then, this went down, and now this just went down. So, sure, I guess eventually we'll take those, but I don't know when. Alright, well these guys are ready to take some 200s now. So we'll send Mr. Theoden first. Haldir, you can go in on cleanup. Alright. That thing has got to get changed. I don't know what's going on there. That was supposed to only go off every like 45 minutes. It was only supposed to be like twice in a stream that stupid message popped up. So I'm still kind of uncomfortable with the whole advertising thing and like promoting that kind of stuff. So I didn't want it being all like overt and out there. It feels like it's popping up all the time. I don't mind the Discord one popping up all the time. This is what happens when a noob tries to like program some kind of bot though. Alright, Theoden is about to smack this. Let's see how he does. Checking ales and tails in Discord. Love for Gondor right now. Yeah, Gondor's hurting on this server, man. This is the first time I've ever seen Gondor in such a tough spot. Usually Gondor's doing pretty well. Holy crap, what a beast. Not only did he take out this guy completely, but he damn near cleared the tile on his own. Holy. Yeah, go Theoden. My man. Saruman marches against my house. Man, I'd start running. Things don't look good for you if that's the case. Rohan is literally all the beta players went Mordor and took Minas Tirith already. Wow. I'm not able, I didn't get to read that full message though, because now I gotta do Twitch, or now I gotta do chat in a different way. All the beta players went Mordor. Oh, Rohan is literally non-existent on our servers. All the beta players went Mordor and they're all camped outside Minas Tirith already. Gondor abandoned everything and they're on the South Peninsula under Isengard now. Yeah, that kind of stuff can definitely happen. Mr. Cody, I know it's the players in the faction, but still. Oh, Gondor is good. They suck on my server also. Yeah, like you said, it depends on the players in the faction, but you know, sometimes you get a combination of just not very great players, bad communication, slow starts, people that quit. You know, there can sometimes just be a real, almost perfect storm of bad events that come together to stop factions from succeeding. It's sad when that happens. Oh, nothing good. Another one of those mounted helmets. They're alright. Not amazing, but Lady C. Anyway, to keep up with building my army, I feel like by the end of the game day, I'm depleted. Just now, took me switching commanders and troops to take an effigy. I made the 14k siege for Gandalf. Yeah, so maintaining an army can be tough. Sometimes you just need to make the decision not to go after super strong targets. If you're wanting to actually stockpile an army and fill your barracks, then, like I said, sometimes you may need to put your 200s and 230s on hold and start taking, 170s and lower. And you can even do that with some of your lower level commanders to spread the experience around, just so that you're not taking such heavy losses and you can actually start stockpiling the troops. Otherwise, like you said, you get your conscriptions going, they're going to take so many hours, you spend so many hours taking tiles, you lose your troops, you get your apothecary going, but you're never doing anything to really get ahead. Everything is just replacing what you've lost. So it's, like I said, it's kind of got to be a conscious decision. Zeus 666. Yes, you noticed that Aragorn, King of Men. I actually, I didn't pull him. I was able to hard unlock him last night. I'd been building up the little flag thingamajigs, and finally got enough to actually unlock him last night. So I threw him on a mock battle right away, got him up to level 29, and he's looking pretty good. This LSR ability, I'm pretty excited to make use of that. Maxed out his exorbitance right away. I don't think I'm going to put many points into this, just because he's got this one, and I believe these go off in the same round. So if I find he's not healing enough, then maybe I'll go into it, but I wanted to start going into the Anduril tree to get him his damage. But that exorbitance sub-skill to increase all allied units' damage, that's going to be a good one. Mr. Pablo, that's what happened in my account as Isengard. Low player numbers, a lot of inactives, and strongest factions focused on attacking us. Yeah. And now everyone is running to Mordor. Yeah, that happens. Do you get chests for each effigy you take? You get a reward if you are the first player to take an effigy or a mysterious spring. You get some sort of reward. There we go. There's a level 25. He's not close enough. God damn it. Well, that's no good. We got a bunch of these. Let's use some of these up. There we go. I'll levy some gold. See how full we can make you. Cool. We can fill them right up. Those marshals are getting lower and lower every time, though. That's painful. Very painful. Alright, so we got him waiting on troops. We got Haldir still sitting here with 51. So once Theoden gets his troops, we should be able to take this 200 as well. I think we're going to take this opportunity then to go over to server 95. Shnola was saying we should pop over there and check out. Crap, that right there is going to get me a copyright strike. That song on this main screen, for some reason, it's copyright strike thingamajigged, but the actual in-game music isn't. So it's funny that way. I gotta try and make sure I mute it whenever I'm coming out to the main screen. Didn't catch it in time that time. So I'll probably get a thing. I probably gotta stop using thingamajig as such a general term. Now that we're not gonna be here very long, so we got the dwarves up here doing their thing. Elves, yeah, they got some slow progress happening. I'm an elf as well, so that's me. Gondor, they're moving around, getting stuff done. Mordor is like dead, it looks like. They're just not moving. Same with Rune and Angmar, but they are AI on this server, I believe, so that's not too surprising. I literally haven't done anything on this account. I'm amazed it hasn't been purged. Still at 1 power per hour here. So I'm not certain if Shnola is still hanging out in the stream. If so, we did come over and say hi. I'll even say hi here. But yeah, it's an interesting looking server over here. The dwarves were smart and at least took Kelduin Vale and then are securing this land. Surprised Gondor hasn't moved out this way more. I got Isengard moving out west. Yeah. Yeah, there's stuff and things happening here. Alright, well, I said I would go over and say hi. I did go over and say hi. While I'm saying hi, there was a comment that I got earlier on one of the videos from a new person checking out the channel. They're not able to catch the streams as the hours of the stream don't work for them, but I did say I would say shout out tonight to Jan Nipper or Yan Nipper, however it's pronounced. I don't want to make assumptions, so I try and cover all my bases. They said they usually check out the streams after the fact when they're able to, so I'll follow through on that shout out. And if you check it out, Jan or Yan, then thank you very much for tuning in. Any other questions you have, feel free to send them in the comments, and I'll try and get to them if I can. Alright, now that we're back over here, we can turn this game sound back on. Theoden's 2 minutes out from his reinforcements. Some tips finished up here. See if we're lucky enough to get any decent gear out of these. Not really. Alright then. We Collect Wrestling. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Rohan in your server is a joke. They are going right into the fire. First Loth, now Mordor. Hope you got a smarter faction. We definitely do. We definitely do. Rohan in this server is made up of a large majority of beta players. So there's a lot of collective experience in Rohan on this server. The Rohan on your server is more like what I'm used to seeing from Rohan, from all the betas that I played. They were generally one of the weaker factions. So I think we all decided it was time for them to have their due. And we all like these marshals. So it was time for them to shine. Oh, Jesus, I didn't time this properly at all, did I? I hope I got enough troops to take another 220 minutes. Or else how am I going to end the stream on a 200? Again, I won't be able to end the damn stream. I talked about this last stream, and here we are, sitting in that situation. It's terrible. Will you ever go into PvP on this server? Yeah, I definitely will, Cody. It's just a matter of when. Right now, it's still pretty early. But as you can see, I've worked my way up from down here all the way up here. So I am going to eventually run into elves, dwarves. Yeah, elves is probably who I'm going to end up fighting first. But eventually I may relocate. I do have a relocation plot actually set up and ready to go down here. I was going to relocate down here at one point and just didn't get around to it yet. So at some point, if I do want to join the fight against Isengard, I can just relocate down here and it gives me nice easy access over there. But yeah, I definitely plan on getting into PvP at some point. Just I'm still focusing on personal power production right now. That will be the nuances of war. That will probably be more in the season 2 videos, I imagine, just because that's when I'm going to be leading my own faction. And at that point, or not my own faction, I'll be leading my own war band in a faction. And at that point, I'll have more say in the decision making. And it might be a little bit easier at that point to actually talk about the nuances involved. As I said though, Cody, a season is supposed to last about 2 or 3 months. We're still only like, what, 2 weeks into the game? So we're just starting to reach the, like, we're just starting to even glimpse the end game. I'd call this about in the mid game. Yeah, Theoden's getting to the point where he can almost take a 200 on his own. Once I'm able to load him up with more marshals, he'll be able to take a 200 on his own. That will be nice. That will be very nice. You should see our general chat, says Cody. Elves and dwarves hate each other. And what was that one? Well, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that. I will have to go and find out who exactly that was. The activity stream is not coming up in OBS here. So give me one moment. That was Ezra Elvin. Thank you very much for that follow. There was something else I was gonna check while I was on the stream page, or the Twitch page there, but I cannot remember what it was now. And they had been so friendly on day one. Lady C, I've abandoned the war against Angmar. Our leader has us at peace, and it's just not worth it to try and take out enemy forts. Kinda feel bad. So Lady C, is Angmar player controlled on your server, or are they AI? Because I know some of the servers, the special ones, they actually have player controlled Angmar and Rune. Whereas the normal servers, they're all Angmar and Rune are AI. Okay, they are AI. They will keep attacking you. They do eventually take breaks for time, because they do run on the same stamina troop system and everything that we do. They just have a lot more commanders at their disposal, which is why their attacks can seem so relentless sometimes. But they do take breaks to recover stamina and troops. And that's your opportunity to also try and push them and try and take out, like I said, the higher level forts that you're able to. But it's a slog when you're going at the AI. It is definitely a slog. It's a game of inches at that point. So good luck to you. Yeah, it's never an easy fight. It's unfortunate. No, Brad, they don't have unlimited resources, but they have a lot of them. So Lady C, if you guys manage to, you don't even need to actually take this, Carn-Dûm. If you're able to get people here and surround Carn-Dûm with forts, then it won't be able to spawn any new forts. So you would have to get up here, surround this with your own forts, and then start clearing out whatever forts you could. But that would actually prevent this place from spawning any new forts. And then if you actually do manage to defeat this, which is not an easy task, but it is possible. If you manage to defeat this, then you will actually wipe Angmar out. Nice. Good luck, Michael. Like I said, it is not an easy task. It is doable. But yeah, there is an end in sight. It's, like I said, it's just a slog. It's a really hard fight trying to wipe out the AI. But once you do it, you can feel very accomplished in yourself. Hey, welcome back, Blaze Chai. Thanks for joining us once again. Hey, Ezra Elvin, there we go. I just got on the stream and all I hear was take this and wipe it out. I'm assuming that means fight the Angmar until we clear Karn. Yes. So if Ezra, if you're going against the AI as well, then the only way to actually stop them from spawning new units is either to surround this with forts because this is their capital city, or to just take it. If you take it, then you'll actually despawn their region type thing. You'll take control of the region. If you surround it with forts, as I said, they won't be able to spawn any new camps to attack you with. So that's a way to kind of take care of them. The chieftains, the legionnaires, I believe, tribesmen, and the overseers. Those are the higher level enemies that you want to focus on. The grunts and the scouts are lower level enemies. They're really easy to come back and clean up once you've taken out the higher level ones. Well, good luck to you, Ezra. I do hope you're able to have some success against the AI. It is not an easy thing to do. I definitely agree with you, Cody. The game will be a lot more interesting when all factions are player controlled. That will be really, really cool. And once we're a few seasons into it and more players have more commanders, more experience under their belt, things are going to even out. It's really going to get interesting. You and your leader were attacked 50 times, won 90%, but so many losses. Exactly. Now, there is a benefit to that. You also gain XP for each of those wins. So you were farming XP, or at least should have been, for those commanders. That can be beneficial. 5 levels. Yeah, there you go. So I just want to say hi to the 5 Twitch viewers that we've got joining us. I know I haven't been as engaged with the Twitch chat as I should be. But as I said, this is my first night trying the multi-stream thing. So I'm having to figure out an efficient way to be able to check out both chats, keep up on both of them, say hi to everybody, so that everyone feels included. Because we don't want to leave anyone out. Alright, we got 47 seconds on Theoden here. We got 10 minutes until this stream is coming to an end. So that means we need to look for a 200 tile. Because we cannot end this stream without taking a 200 tile, can we? That's just not how things work around here. Look at that. We got a nice, sexy forest right there. So that's a candidate. Although I would love a grain tile, to be honest. I know I'm at 50,000, but I like grain. Especially if I'm conscripting horses or trolls. I just want all the goddamn grain. Give me all the food. I don't care about anything else. I'll barter for what I need. But I don't want to have to worry about food. God damn it, seems like everybody else takes the same attitude. Tons of forests. You want some rocks? We got rocks for you. We got metal. But you want some food? No. Go look elsewhere. You want soup? No soup for you. Seriously, what the hell's going on here? Any 200 grain tile. Any 200 grain tile. That'd be awesome. I think it's gonna be one of these forests. Oh, there's a 230. See, if I'd have found that earlier, I'd have gone after it. But I think I'm a little bit too low on troops now. I don't have enough marshals. Yeah, no, I'm too low on troops to even try going for a 230 now. I'd need to just dump so much shit into it. We'll just go for a normal 200 like we always do. The Rainbow Pit. Welcome back. You're joining us right at the tail end here. We got just under 10 minutes left in tonight's stream. We will be back at the same time on Wednesday. We've scouted out a 200 tile to take. If you have any questions in that time there, Rainbow Pit, feel free to ask. If I can help you out at all, I'm happy to. Have I done stage 13? I don't think so. I did a few there earlier. What did I get up to? Alright, so I'm on 11 now. I'm on Helm's Deep. On Wednesday, will there be a horse? I mean, no guarantees, alright? I'm not making any promises there, King. But I can try my best, alright? I'll try and rig something up. If it's not a horse, maybe it'll be something. I'll represent Rohan somehow. No worries, the guide's already in the Discord. Blaze Chai. On top of it. Thank you very much, dude. Rainbow Pit, how are the territories going on your server? We just started taking them on mine. It's fun seeing all those units attack. It is, isn't it, Rainbow? Like, when you've got a really good coordinated attack and you actually see it successfully pop off, it's really nice to see. Ezra Elvin, I start at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so that's my local time anyway. So I'm not sure what time zone you find yourself in, but 10 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays is when you can catch my streams. If I have to show my face, I want to see a horse. Well, if I have to show a horse, I want to see your face. Well, that seems like a pretty lopsided trade. Me having to track down a whole horse. All you got to track down is a webcam? You can go to Best Buy for a webcam. Where am I getting a horse? I'm going to need more patrons if I'm renting a horse. I can't afford a damn horse on a kitchen salary. You kidding? Maybe a part of a horse? Yeah, but I refuse to show it. Can you further explain surrounding a keep to stop fort building? It's not something that I ever got to know much details about myself. I only ever got to see it in action. So when you get closer to the capital of the AI, like right now, they're spawning their camps further and further out to try and take territory. As they get pushed further and further back, closer and closer to Carn-Dûm, if they have tiles around their capital, then they will spawn new camps on these tiles. They'll basically send commanders out to build forts on these tiles. If you can get allies in and surround the AI capital with tiles of your faction, so that you've got all green, blue, and purple tiles surrounding a capital, they don't have any tiles that they can build on. And so that ends up stopping them from putting out any new enemies. So like I said, it doesn't clear the region, but it basically puts the AI on hold. Kind of puts them on pause until you're actually ready to clear the capital and take the region completely. Alright. We've got 3 minutes left. We are going to send them. Where are we sending them? Oh god, I had a tile all like, there we go. No, that's 11. Where the hell did it go? Aha, there it was. Send them. Send them. Stage 13 guide is up. Thank you very much, Blaze Chai. Lady C, half on my server are Angmar owned. Half the tiles around the capital? Yeah, you'll just need to take them. But here we go, Lady C. We're keeping the tradition alive. We got our 200. We got our troops going at it. We're taking that 200 to finish off the stream. So if anyone has questions they want to get in the last few minutes, it's going to take Haldir 9.5 minutes to get to the tile. We'll just sit and chat, wait for them to show up and do their thing. It's been another good time. I gotta pop back over there to Twitch, see if we destroy a camp, how long until they respawn? That I'm not exactly sure, Ezra. I don't know if there's a set time. Just because I think it might depend on when they have available stamina, when they have available troops. But it also seems like it doesn't seem like the AI send out one commander at a time. It seems like they'll wait to take their actions until they've got a bunch of commanders, all with stamina, all with troops. And, you know, that's why you'll see them attack for like 2 hours at a time sometimes. Okay, we will rush to Karn and Fort Wallet. Good call, man. Good call. Like I said, it's going to be a bit of a slog getting there. But once you do, you get those tiles surrounding it, and then you should be able to move out, clear out the AI camps. And then once you get some of the camps dealt with, make sure you're focusing on like the chieftains, the overseers, the legionnaires, and... God... Overseers, legionnaires, tribesmen. I always forget the fourth one. I can always name like 3 off the top of my head, but then there's the fourth one that gets me. Chieftain, thank you. There are like 4 named AI enemies that are, I believe, level 35. They have level 35 commanders, and then the grunts and the scouts are level 20, I think it is. So it's pretty easy to clear out the scout and the grunt camps. Whereas, yeah, the chieftains, the overseers, the tribesmen, and the legionnaires. There we go, I got all 4. Because 2 of them were right up there for me. They have, like I said, I believe level 30 or 35 commanders. They can be a little bit tougher. So those are the ones that you want to focus on your way to Karn Doom to make your life easier once you get there. I'm going to open a shop called rentahorseforstreams.com. You're going to have 1 customer, King. Cody, thanks for the stream. See you Wednesday if you're free. No problem, Cody. You are always welcome. And let's give a big shout out to Cody, guys. A big round of applause. One of the patrons. Always like to give them a little bit of special extra recognition. Mr. Cody King Dead and Lady C. Oh, Mr. Theoden didn't take out the 1 commander this time. Took out all the trolls. Got to level 35 himself, though. Excellent. Now he's hanging out. Jesus, he's going to get his second fight in before Haldir even gets there. It's actually not a good thing, because he's going to get his ass kicked. Blushes. You have a good night, Cody. We'll see you again, man. I'd love to have a scout function in the game to scout tiles and enemy army compositions. I definitely agree with you there, Blaze Chai. Scouting would be handy. The only issue, and I think this is probably the reason that they don't have it in the game, is because of the recovery timers. Because the recovery timers exist, scouting would be a time-limited thing. Either that, or they would have to make another change where the defenders on the tile didn't change when the recovery timer went off. Because as it stands, this tile, if I were to just pull Theoden off and let the recovery timer reach 0, this would not be the first commander sitting on the tile anymore. This guy would change. So if I were to send a scout in at this tile, see that these are the troops, and then it took me more than 15 minutes for some reason to get a commander ready and in place to attack it, the scouting was wasted. That might sound silly, 15 minutes, but depending on where the tile is, whether or not you need to prepare them with counter troops, because if you've got them prepared thinking you might fight trolls and you've got them sitting right here ready to go, you just want your scout to be sure, you scout it out and find out, well, no, it's not trolls, it's mounts. Well, then maybe you've got to send this commander all the way back home, get him troop back up with an anti-mount composition, then get him all the way back to the tile and attack it. If that takes you more than 15 minutes, it's going to change. The only reason I say this is because I had it happen to me in the beta one time. It was such a pain in the ass. I mean, it felt so bad. I had done it perfectly, I thought. I had everything set up. I scouted the dude out. I'm like, okay, I got to go change my composition. I sent the guy home. I changed the composition. I sent him in full bore. I'm like, I got this. Got the report back, and it was like, what the hell? That's not at all what I was supposed to be fighting. And so it's those kind of things that I like to point out, that those are the things that just hurt so bad to learn the hard way. That if I'm able to help somebody else avoid that kind of bad feeling, I'm more than happy to do so. Because God, that sucked. Same with like going into big tiles underprepared. I've heard stories of other people doing it now. I know Cody was having issues with it. And yeah, that's why I try. That's why I'll go for some crazy stuff sometimes, just to see how badly I fail so others don't have to. No, it's all right. It happens. It's the only way to learn sometimes. That's the thing. If you're not, pushing the envelope a little bit, you can't really learn anything. So that's how I look. Actually, the quote of the day there that was on the Be Right Back screen from Nelson Mandela. I never lose. I win or I learn. I think that's a quote that everybody would be able to live by. Hey mate, I have a question. If there is a tip for 20k experience and requires 2 commanders to be completed, both commanders get 20k or each get 10k. As far as I've seen, both commanders would get the 20k experience. All right, Theoden, you're about to die. Yep. Did you at least... Alright, he at least got rid of... Oh boy, that's going to be a rough fight, even for Haldir. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Who can we get to help Haldir out in that fight? I don't think anyone. Uh-oh. Because they're too far away, aren't they? They're way up here. Are they? Yes. So I can't get anyone up here. I gotta hope Haldir does it. You can do it, buddy. I believe in you. I should have pulled Théoden off. If I'd just pulled him off, I could have put some troops back on him and sent him back in. But I decided to be a little bit silly, I guess, with this one tonight. What about declaring war? Will we have the minus 70% debuff? Yes. Sorry, if you want to go attacking Angmar, you're going to have to declare war to do full siege damage. Oh, God, that's bad. Yeah. Okay, how... no, he needs 8 minutes to recover. Alright. Alright, this was a bit of a fail. This is what happens when you don't prepare properly for a 200 and just decide, fuck it. I'm just gonna go for it. Because, yeah, just, nope, I can't do it. I can't do it. There's no way I can win this. Théoden lost too much in this fight. I wasn't smart enough to pull him off and let him get his ass kicked by Maltok here. And yeesh, there's just no way. I really don't think there's any way that 93 bearmen are taking out that many mounted units. Oof. Can I get some F's in the chat for that one? That was like a big ol' fail. I'm just gonna pull him right off. I'm just gonna retreat, put my tail between my legs, and kiss my ass goodbye on that one. And I will end the stream in shame tonight. Thank you, Pablo. Thank you. A very deserved F for that one. So yeah, I believed in Haldir, man. I had faith. And no. Hey, there's Kaz. How's it going, my man? You got to see that big ol' fail? God, that was bad. That was so bad. Maltok, man. Or that wasn't even... no, it is Maltok. It's weird. Like, he kicks my ass every time with this build. But then when I used this build as... when we were playing Evil, when we were playing as Mordor, I had Maltok at Respect 5. I went with the Warg build. And it just didn't ever seem to do this. But whenever I come up against the guy, it's like, yeah, screw you. Thank you, Pablo. A for effort, right? There we go. Want to know what it is? You didn't play They Are Taking the Hobbits to Isengard. True, I gotta get me one of those. Yes, that was a little rough, Cass. That definitely was. Items on the Maltok? That is a good question. Or my items, is that what you were asking? Because he doesn't have anything like crazy on this guy for items. I don't have Haldir built insanely yet. He's just got basic gear on right now. So that might be why. He's a little underskilled. Let's try a 230 next time. Indeed, Lady C. Maybe that's what it was, eh? You know, the stream was telling me that no, it's time to upgrade. Time to up your ending game to a 230. And I got punished for trying to stick to the easy ass 200. But yeah, King Dead, there you go. You had Maltalk R5 in the trash. Like I said, it's weird. You go up against it, and it seems like it just hammers you. But then, you know, whenever we were using it, it just didn't pay off. I didn't see you were in and out, so I thought maybe items would affect his abilities. I'm still on 200s, AJ. That's alright, Bill. Kaz, why did I just... I mean, see, this is what happens. I'm going to call you whatever comes out. Yeah, no, I started taking a few 230s. We've got... Once we get Theoden and Eowyn trooped right up, I think they were at, what, 52 and 54k? Now that we got the marshals. So... that definitely helped, taking the 230s. They hurt. They hurt like a son of a bitch. But I can do it. Is there anything we want to set going? Yep, we want to get that going while we're sleeping. We will up the market again. We've already got all of our conscription queues going. We had some troops healing. And now we have all of our timers going. Except for a higher. Okay, fine. I will go higher. So damn bearmen, because I can't see an empty timer. Whoop. There. Now we have all of our available timers going. Because I'm not unlocking the damn third slot. So, we've got all three of our timers going, and thank you very much, Ezra, for the F over here in the Twitch chat. I've helped Server 64 greatly. Also, I've been watching your past streams on YouTube. Well, thank you very much, Ezra, and thank you very much for joining us tonight on the Twitch chat. As I said, I'm going to be continuing this multi-stream thing, I think. It seemed like it's going pretty well. And I will try and arrange to have both chats more easily accessible so I can stay more engaged with both. But once again, thank you very much, Ezra, for joining us on Twitch. Anyone else joining on Twitch, thank you very much. And YouTube, how do you hire troops? So that is a specific thing. I will answer that, Jeremy, just before I leave. Hiring is a specific function for any of the units that you need special camps to recruit. So things like your bearmen, your eagles, anything that you need to go and take one of these camps out in the field, those are specific to your hiring queue. Kaz, your main is stuck defending from Angmar at the moment, so you can't use him. Ouch! That sucks. Roman, yeah, you just made it here at the end. GG, brother, good stream. I'll be there Wednesday. Well, thank you very much, King. Do appreciate you joining. And I'll be sure to pop in and say hi on your next one as well. But with all that being said, I'm going to give one last thank you to King Dead, Cody Reagan, and Lady C, the patrons of the channel. And if you found this one helpful, enjoyable, entertaining, please be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. As I've said, we will be back at the same time on Wednesday. Hey, we actually got the end screen queued up and ready to go here. Jesus Christ, we almost know what we're doing. And transition. Peace out. Thank you very much. Right at the end there, we got ourselves a follow.